Hello everybody, I hope you're having an amazing end of the week. So today I thought, look, let's do a couple things. I have a special parcel that has come in today, so I thought we will undo that parcel that I bought, and I really need them. I'm excited to get those. And also I am going to be beveling some soap. I need to do some stamping on it. And I will show you my new rainbow soap. It's looking beautiful. So these are the layers that I've actually done. Doesn't it look gorgeous? So I really love them. I will have a video, I really promise you I will, of those coming out. And then this is what we're doing today. We basically want our soap to look gorgeous like this. And of course I have my branding, which I've just popped on it. That's just with the soap stamp. So you can get that done simple. You don't need a whole silicone mold to be done like that. You can just use a little stamp that you might have. And my stamp just looks like this. So it's wood on one side, acrylic on the other. There's lots of people on Etsy that actually make them, so just look up like acrylic stamps. There's different ones you can get. You can actually get metal as well. I much prefer the one like this, which is just the acrylic on the back of it. So super easy anyway, and no laughing everybody, but when I actually do mine, I actually use this ice cream scoop, heavy ice cream scoop, and I just literally put it on the soap and tap it. That's how I actually do it. I've had a few people laugh in the past when they've actually seen it. But anyway, let's open up this. I'm going to pop the camera down because you don't need to see my face. You want to see exactly what we're going to do. And open up here. Then we'll have a chat and we will snip some soap. Alright, so this parcel here comes from a fantastic Aussie company which is called Quick-Wicks. So I will actually show you what is inside. So I actually did purchase these ones the other day because I knew that I really needed them. Super fast delivery. Can I tell you, I think I ordered these maybe 2 days ago. So they must have literally put them in the post the same day, or maybe the next day. But anyway, it was super fast. So I was very excited to see that happen. So let's just open the top up here, and I'm doing this video while my darling little grandson Teddy is having a snooze because I have been minding my grandson while my daughter is interstate. Now of course no laughing, but you can see I got the pink ones. You can get these in pink or white. I think they're just the two colors, but you know, everybody knows I love the color pink. So these ones are beautiful, and these ones do fit my concrete sort of jars that I make. That actually fit them really perfect. So and look, they even gave me candy. How sweet. That's so nice. So my daughter, who is 15, will definitely take that candy. She will absolutely love it. It looks like bubble gum, so I will actually give that one to her. Now I'll show you the jar so you know what I mean. So this is the jar I use, and these are, I think these are number 5, and basically they just sit perfect on top. So you can see that on top, and then of course they do come with the bottoms as well. So you can, if you want 2 wicks, you've got one on either side, or one that just sits in the middle, and then you just pop that in the middle, and then that helps you to center your wick. So you can buy these in bigger kits or smaller. I think I've got 6 of that size. And generally when I do the concrete ones, I only make sort of 6 at once anyway. So but if I end up making more, because I am getting some custom made designs, then I will do that. Now these little bubble ones are the small ones, so I really do love these ones. These fit on my tiny concrete jars as well, so I'll grab them too and show you. So these are my little tiny baby ones, and they fit just on top. I mean, they are a weeny tiny bit big, but I think that's the closest I'm going to get to the jar. So it's pretty good. So I think that will be okay. And of course there's another gum, so my other daughter Pearl can have that one. I actually don't eat bubble gum. That's one thing I don't eat, which is funny. Lots of people laugh when I tell them that, but I don't know why. I've just never really liked it. So yeah, I don't eat bubble gum. So now we have done that. So a big thank you to Quick-Wicks. I mean, like I said, I did purchase it. I did pay for those, but They have been absolutely lovely and really nice to deal with, super fast. So if you want some wick centering tools, I can definitely suggest those. Now, I do have my beautiful soap, as I did show you just before. We did just go through that, didn't we? So, like I said, these are the slabs. Now, what I've done is, so basically I make these in a massive big slab mold, which takes roughly about 6.5 kilos of soap. And then I divide it. Now, usually I make them wider, but there's one thing. I've been sort of playing around with the size of my soap before my new boxes are ordered. And this is the thing, like if you look at that, you can hold it in your hand. It is thicker, but it's a little bit easier on your hand. It's a little bit more narrow. But I didn't want it to be thin and narrow, because if I make the width here thinner, then you get a really tiny bar of soap, and it's really more like a gas soap, not a normal soap. I wanted it to be over, 100 grams. So this one's going to be, I think, about 110, 115. At the moment, they're measuring 130, but you always have to remember this, the time you grate the sides down and do all of those things, it makes it more messy. And I think in the future, I'm actually going to get some silicone molds made in this size. So that way I'll just literally pour it straight in the mold, and I won't have to bevel it or do anything else. Because every time you have to bevel something, which beveling, for anyone that doesn't know, means you just get a potato peeler and go down the side. So while we're talking, I will just show you. So you only want, if you can see what's on that potato peeler, see how slim it is? You don't really want to take heaps off. Some potato peelers will take heaps off, and all the amounts that we're taking off, as silly as this sounds, but all of these amounts actually do take off the weight. So if you've measured it and you know that your soap's 110 and you sell it for 110, well then obviously there's a bit of a problem, isn't there? So yeah, so if, as I was saying before, if you have your soap and you cut too much off, then you're cutting the weight off. So do double check that, and do remember soap does lose weight during the curing process as the water starts to evaporate a little bit from it. So it's super important as well to do all of that. I do actually have some extra bars as well that I'll give away. So maybe in my next few orders, I'll be able to give some away. I actually did keep quite a bit of this so that I can sort of, take that out and give it away a little bit. So I cut quite a bit off for samples. So, which is super cool, isn't it? Because I am actually going to be at the drag festival in Melbourne in August. So these ones will be okay for August, ready to go. So that way I can give away some samples. We will definitely be giving away samples there. So like I said, if you want to come over and meet me, I think I did say this in another video, but maybe that was my Patreon one, because on Patreon they do get videos that don't go on YouTube, like extra videos. They get an extra one every week. So I think I did say actually on there that I will be, like I said, the drag festival, that is in Melbourne. I did do the one in Sydney a month ago with my daughter, but now I'll be having my stall at the drag one. If I can't decide whether we're going to share a stall or have my own. We can't decide yet, but anyway, depending, because my daughter may actually be at the Melbourne show with her business, so then I'll have to run hers and mine together. Now, also, all of these scraps, I don't throw them out. I actually keep all of the scraps, and when I've got enough, then I actually make a really big mold, and I make that for the nurses. My daughter is a nurse, so she takes that to her nurse friends, and so I actually make that for the nurses, just for a thank you for everything that nurses do, because we can't survive without nurses and doctors in this world. And as I said, my daughter is a nurse, and my youngest daughter is off to uni next year to be a doctor. So that's very exciting, isn't it? So, they're very smart girls, those two. So hopefully they can change the world, since it's a bit male dominated with doctors. Hopefully we can bring more women into that. And of course, nurses are, more dominated by women. But that's a bit exciting, isn't it? So, so I'm really looking forward to that. I've also been working with Lee Molds, which is a company at the moment. So I've been working with them to try and get a custom made mold for my candle jars. And I'm so excited to get these. So basically it means that my label is going to be debossed on the actual jar. So when you get the jar from me, my new candles, once these ones are made, I probably won't have them in my hand till July or August. And basically once they're made, then all the jars will have my logos, my branding, everything on it, which is really, really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm trying to step up my brand a bit. I'm also going to be getting some custom made labels and stickers from Long Story Short. I'm about to contact them. I'm still sort of trying to do the design that I like, and then I know they do help you from there, but that's basically what I want at this stage. And yeah, and that's going to be for my lotion jars. So I've decided, rather than doing the plastic that everyone else does, I wanted to stick out a little bit. So I've got these beautiful rounded glass jars, and that's what my lotions are going to be made in. So I've decided that, you know, I just don't want to be, I guess, an average company. I just wanted it to be a bit more exclusive with some beautiful lotions and products. So I'm working behind the scenes, you know, on that formulating. I've been formulating one for a little while now, and I'm really excited when that one actually comes out. So if you're thinking about joining my Patreon, there's 2 higher levels at the top, and those levels I've just introduced that once a month, on the 1st of every month, I'll actually be sending them a free gift. So it will be something like maybe a free shower steamer or a free soap or a free lotion to try. I think this month it's going to be a free shower steamer in my new boxes. So it's not actually just like a cut-off piece or a little sample. It's actually a proper product, like a full product. And that's just to thank them for, you know, supporting me over there, because it's really nice of them to support me. That's how you know, all of us businesses get going, isn't it? And for anyone that didn't know, this is actually my full-time job. So my full-time job is a soap maker. So I don't have a second job or anything like that. This is what I actually do, and I do love teaching everyone. Like, I really enjoy, you know, just being able to show everyone, I guess, tricks that I've learned along the way. And I really hope they do help everybody, because small business is not easy, everyone. It's really hard to do this as a business and, you know, get going and, you know, get your feet off the ground like everybody. You know, everybody has an idea of earning lots of money. And it's not until you actually start to do it that you realize how actually really hard it is just to get your business off the ground. I thought it was going to be easy. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it wasn't really I went into it as a hobby more, but then when I started doing it, I thought, oh, well, you know, people sort of know me a little bit, maybe it'll be easy getting a business off the ground. But I'm telling you, it's not. It's actually really hard getting any business off the ground, which I guess is fair enough. Otherwise, everybody would just do it, wouldn't they? But anyway, so I thought, look, we need to talk about that in the meantime. And also, products have gone up, everybody. Ingredients is just crazy. And I have actually heard something in the grapevine that's very interesting. I've heard that what's going to be possibly happening in the future is people that have soaping or candle, whatever, more soaping businesses that formulate, you're actually going to have a qualification to be able to do that in the future. So that's really interesting, which means you might need to like be a chemist or something like that. So I just thought, for me, that was really interesting to hear, you know, that everyone's going to be stepping that up a bit. So yeah, very interesting, isn't it? So now we've got our beautiful soap, as we've been doing here. So all I'm going to do is just clean off my little vinyl piece that I've got it sitting on. And then I just literally put this on top. And I'm sorry I have to bang it. this is literally all I do. If you just give it a little bit of a bang, and then of course your name can be in the top. Depends how you want your stamp. The one thing I would say is when I first had it, I had a big circle around the outside. I'd say don't put a circle on it because it can actually ruin the design. It's better to have like a small thing. So obviously my logo is like a circle with a heart and Nelson Soapry, but it was just too busy. So sometimes you need to cut it back to, you know, bring it back to be something a little bit more simplexed. Because like I said, I did really feel that it was just too much. It was just way too heavy. But like I said, you know, this is kind of what we're doing, and I'm sure you're going to agree that it does look really beautiful. So I won't keep banging my little you know, like I said, my little ice cream scoop that I use in front of you, because that's very annoying and very, very heavy. But you can see these are the gorgeous pieces we get left behind. So you can imagine having even just a white soap with those kind of flecks in it would be super beautiful, and have a massive bowl, probably this big, full of pieces. So I'll definitely be doing something with that. But now I am going to go inside and check my gorgeous little grandson. He's been sleeping because he's been awake since 4 a.m. So I did check on him just a moment ago, but I can hear him if he does have a little cry. But for now, I thought, look, let's just go in. We'll see how he's going because I need to get going. I have to go to the shopping centre today. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today, my loves. If you want to join me over on Patreon, go and do that, of course. Or you can also, you know, go over and see what I'm doing at the Australian Soaping and Candle Conference, because we do have the conference coming up in March next year, and we are getting our guest speakers. So we have some guest speakers all about candles. We have lots on candles. So if you're a candle maker or new and you really want some help, we do have online tickets, and you can also come in person. But candles will be the theme for this year. Of course, we have soap related things, but mostly candles. Anyway, my loves, I will see you next time. Bye.